Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Despite the Fact podcast. And today we are going to be talking about respect and submissiveness in relationship or marriage. Now, the question here is, when you're dating someone, why are you requiring respect and submissiveness? Now, is this just required in marriage, or is this when you're in a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, you don't need someone to be submissive? It's been a hit question. But my point is that you're dating someone. Why are you expecting them to be submissive to you?
Yeah.
Like first, someone threw this question, and I'm like,
First, I just have to clarify. When you say submissive or respect, what do you mean?
Because to me, I feel like respect is very important in a relationship.
Yep, definitely.
Even in just casual friendships, even friends with your girlfriends or even your boys, right? I think respect, but then also people need to also understand that respect is reciprocal.
It is.
Right. So most of the time, a lot of the time, people demand respect. You don't demand respect. You're going to gain respect based on your behaviors, your actions, and the things that you do.
Yeah.
Right. So I just feel like, okay, if you're demanding respect, then maybe you should be checking something, because you shouldn't demand requests, or you shouldn't be asking for respect.
Yeah. So if I'm demanding respect and you think I don't deserve it, why are you with me?
Maybe your behaviors and your action might have proven to me otherwise. That because the thing is that maybe you could be dating someone, you respect them at the beginning of the relationship, you hold them very high esteem, and you have this pedestal at which you place them. But as time goes on, they decide to show you certain things that you feel like, actually, this individual is actually not who I think I should be respecting, or I should be giving so much respect to, because they don't do things aligned to respect.
So at the end of the day, if I don't deserve a respect, why are you with me? Don't you have to? But that's what I said.
That's the person's choice, right?
So you can be in a relationship and be disrespectful, and it will be good for you.
Disrespectful how?
So if I don't deserve a respect, that means you have to be disrespectful. Respectful, the opposite of respectful is being disrespectful. So if you are with someone who doesn't deserve respect, that means
no. The thing, it's not they don't deserve respect. You respected them, but then as the relationship goes on, they have done certain things for you to realize that the pedestal at which you place them and the respect you give them has to be lowered, because they don't do things in accordance to the respect that you give them. Because let's have this in mind though. Respect is not asked, it's earned. You earn respect based on certain things you've done, or based on certain things you do, and be like, oh man, I really respect this guy for doing this, or I really respect this person for comporting themselves a certain way. You understand what I'm trying to say here?
What I'm saying is, by the time that you have that disrespect for me and you think that I don't deserve respect, you have to let me know that you don't want to be with me.
The thing is that it's not like they have to let you know that they don't want to be with you. I've seen a lot of people call off really good relationships because they feel like they're being disrespected all the time.
Yeah.
And they've called it off. And you just have to know what you hold high esteem. Some people hold respect as, if you can't respect them, it's a no-no.
It is a no-no.
It's a no-no, because to me, I just feel like, okay, it's even in like boyfriend-girlfriend relationship, you respect your relationship, and you respect your relationship to a point whereby you feel like, I respect my relationship and I put my relationship at this pedestal, but at the same time, the other person you're with doesn't really have that same respect for the relationship.
Yeah. So I mean, at the end of the day, whenever a woman or a guy says there is no respect, I feel like both have to go their separate ways. Because if there is no respect in a relationship, let's say a girlfriend and boyfriend, I mean, what makes you think that when we get married, there will be a respect.
Shouldn't that I would say this have some sort of conversation? I know, I think it should, because you know why? Because maybe you might have done something that's made that person disrespected you in that way, and also you need to also reflect on what you did to actually, you know, get the person to a point of like disrespecting you.
Yeah, okay. So I mean, if it's about something that I did, we have to talk about it.
That's what I'm saying. So but you just said that, okay, then maybe you guys should call it up. Yes, I've seen people call up like I said, good relationship, because they feel like they've been disrespected many times. Not once. Now, listen to this, what I'm saying here. They've been disrespected many times, countless times. They have been disrespected. They've just been threw down the rug and just treated anyhow. They've been disrespected in front of their friends. So if it's been done many times,
over and over, now each individual and their issues. So now what I'm trying to, some people will be like, you know what, it's not really too much of a big deal to me. Some people, it's a big deal. It's a break. It's a break. I mean, what are you giving me apart from that will overcome that disrespect, that I will just look?
To me, I just feel like there should be like a lot, like there should be respect is key.
I mean, at the end of the day, the sex that I have with you is short term. I have it and the feeling goes back. At the end of the day, if after everything is disrespect, you just disrespect me. I mean, my soul is. You're talking about my.
And I know for men, a lot of men, respect is not like not even just men. Like even some women's like, if my fellow woman disrespects me, it's like that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I just pretty much at that moment I'm never gonna not like no back and forth or anything, but you know, I just gotta know my place, because sometimes I always say this, you know, I know my presence, so I don't show up to a lot of places because I know what my presence brings, and I know what my presence actually you know, it brings in that moment. So yeah, if even with my friends, if you disrespect me, I like to let you know right away that this is something I will not take.
Yeah.
I'm very straightforward. Like with my, if a friend disrespect me, I'm very straightforward. Like, you know what, sure. You said this way, and this is how I felt like you were being disrespectful towards me, and I don't like that.
You don't like.
So I think based on the conversation will determine how the conversation ends. Will determine if our friendship will continue or not.
Yeah. So it's all also about you saying that what you get what you deserve. So if I do something that doesn't deserve respect, I won't get that respect.
Yes, because I like respect. You don't ask for respect, you earn respect. It's just like when you go to work and you earn an income.
So do I have to earn respect?
That's what it is. You earn respect. It's reciprocal. If you give respect to someone, they'll give the same thing back to you. Okay?
Isn't it something that has to be normal?
Not in the society that we live in now, and that is why sometimes you will say who your father is, and all of a sudden someone just respects you because of the name.
Okay.
You know, so it just doesn't happen. Someone needs to get to know you and the things you've done and all that kind of to earn certain type of respect. Or let's say there was an argument, you comported yourself so well. The person will be like, oh wow, I really, really respect you for how you held up in that conversation, or how you handled the conflict. I have so much respect for you.
I have so much respect for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
it's not something that you ask for.
When we getting into a relationship, like for the first start, are we coming with respect, or we just have to be? I think and before, like, that's why I'm getting confused.
I think usually when people meet people and they're what is it called, and they start going out, I think the respect is there until something has been shown. The respect is there, and it's just mutual. Like where, you know, until the other person's does something that feels like, okay, I'm being disrespected now, I feel like you're disrespecting me, then the conversation comes in of, you know what, you did this and I felt disrespected, or you did this and this is something I will not take from you moving forward.
I think respect is For me, respect,
I think it's key.
It's the key. It's the key to everything. Every relationship has to be.
But then how are you going to say you love someone when you don't respect them?
Yeah, there are people that in their mind, they think that they love the person, but they don't show them respect.
Okay,
I mean,
because I feel like
they
both, it goes hand in hand. Those two kind of coexist somehow.
It should be, but some people kind of like, have you ever met some people couples that they are always fighting, insulting themselves, but they are very in love?
That's some serious.
You never met someone?
I have, but you know what? Someone will say, well, that's how their love works. Like, that's how they like, some people like drama in their love history. Like, if there's no drama, they don't feel like they're being loved.
Yeah, they're being loved. I knew a friend.
I think it's that too. I mean, I don't want to straight topic, but just by the way,
that there wasn't that respect. Looking outside.
Looking it from
like, I was like, okay, what's going on? But they were very in love in a way, but it's all about like they can insult each other in front of people at the end of the day. It was
that's not normal.
That's not normal.
No.
Oh, okay.
That's not normal. I mean, crazy. In relationships, sometimes here and there, like especially with women, we have some sleek lips and sleek mouth, and sometimes we say things that we don't even think about it. It just comes out because we're just sleek with our mouth. Yeah, you get what I mean? Yeah, and those things do happen. But if it's something whereby like you guys are constantly disrespecting each other in public, in dinner places, and all, that's too much. That's too much to handle.
Now, talking about submissive.
Okay, let's dive into submissiveness.
What's submissive?
You know what? I should actually be I should be asking you, the men, because I hear a lot that is a lot of the time. I am looking for a woman that is submissive. I've even heard someone say, I'm looking for a woman that is submissive like my mom. Why don't you go marry your mom? Anyways,
I look at women. No. I look at my mom.
Listen to it though. We are in a generation whereby we can never compare our mothers to the generation we are in. Now, what is your definition of submissiveness? That's where, because everybody's definition of submissiveness will be different, okay? So for some people, a woman being submissive is more like...
Let me look at the internet.
You want to see what submissiveness... Let's Google it. Let's bring our phone out because we're going to do this. Yes, we will.
So on Google, submissive is ready to conform to the authority.
Do you hear the word there? Conform to
the authority or will of others. A submissive, also like sheep people. So kind of like so I think submissive is not is it a good thing or bad thing? It's kind of, I'm confused here reading.
Because
I know men, we want to be we want women, but I don't think I want a woman who's submissive. I just want a woman who is respectful and also
I've spoken to a couple of men, and whereby I remember a friend of mine told me, she goes like, submissiveness is not really a big deal for me. Respect is more of that, because you know why? Once those two kind of coexist somehow. Do you know why? Once you're respectful, in a way, you are being submissive in a way.
Oh, really? No.
Yeah, if you're respectful. There are certain things you will not say to your partner, right?
Yeah, but submissive is obeying.
Like, did you hear what
so let's say authority.
So meaning, most of the time, when a lot of the men say submissive, so they want the woman obeying their command.
Mm-hmm. Maybe let's go submissive wife.
Okay. So ready to conform to the authority or will of others.
Yeah. So let's put submissive wife or partner or something like that. Because for me, what I think that women are all confused about, being like, okay, we are not married, so I can't be submissive to you. Go.
The thing is that, okay, now today, this is not a Christian podcast, but I am going to dive into that as well. Because, I think the world sees submissiveness differently. Men see it differently. The new generation sees it differently. Our mothers, their generation, the 80s, they see it differently. Now, I'm looking at it here. It says a submissive wife in a Christian marriage. It's a supportive wife. Do you all hear me? The word here is what? Support
Wife.
A supportive wife. You work together with your spouse and you respect and support him in your marriage. That's why I said when you're submissive, when you're respectful, it comes, they kind of coexist. Because look at it, the submissive wife is still talking about
Is
the
it
same.
in the Bible or what?
I'm looking at it here, like they said, as a Christian. It's not the quotation, but I'm looking at I'm looking at it from a Christian marriage. Like, what does submissiveness mean in a Christian marriage? And that's what it means. You work together with your spouse and respect and support him in your marriage. Within a Christian marriage, a wife freely expresses her thoughts. Can someone hear me well? So you are free to express your thoughts. Okay? That doesn't mean because you're submissive, you have no right to say how you feel, or you have no right to say, okay, this doesn't sit right with me, or you know what, I don't agree with what you're saying today. I really disagree. So you actually do have that right to express her thought. Trusting her husband's response will lovingly support her and look out after her best interest. Do you see where we're coming from? Do you see what this is all about? It's not about the woman being shoved in the corner because she's being submissive. No, even through submissiveness, it still says there that the husband's response should be lovingly. It should be a loving response to support her and look out after her best interest. As a husband, that's what you do. You look out for our best interests. We are there to support. Guess what? We are the neck as women. And without the neck, the head cannot stand alone. And to me, that's how I see it. Without the neck, how do you move your head?
So most men want a submissive wife. They just want someone to me, who can't say nothing, everything that they say.
I think most of the time, a lot of men that I've even spoken to, when I ask them what does submissiveness means to you, a lot of them don't even know what they actually want when it comes to submissiveness. But this thing we've read a couple of things here, and it's pretty much just because you're submissive doesn't mean you can't tell your husband, hey babe, you know what, I think you wanted us to go this route, but I feel this way about it. Yeah. And you shouldn't be slammed down on the floor because you voiced out your opinion, or you said what you felt like you should be saying. I think your opinion should be respected because at the end of the day, it is your opinion, right? But a situation whereby you do not have a say, you can't even share your thoughts, that's an abuse.
That's abuse.
You should be able to freely express yourself about certain things or how you feel about certain things if you're in a marriage.
I always sometimes hear about women saying that, I can't be submissive because I'm not married to you. Because I think it's about authority. So someone, when they talk about submissive, it's kind of like they're saying that, okay, I'm with you. I can go to the club even without your approval. As a boyfriend and girlfriend. Okay. Because being submissive is kind of obeying the authority of your man. So if we are not married, how can you tell me not to go to some place if you haven't married me yet? You get it? So
now this is where respect comes in. Now you telling your boyfriend that, hey, this is where I'm gonna be. You're just being respectful of the fact that you just want him to know where you're going to be.
Yeah.
Not necessary that you want permission from him.
Yeah.
That's not what it is. If I'm telling you that, hey, this is where I'm going to be, or shoot a text, hey, I'm out and about doing some errands. Okay, me telling you that doesn't mean I need permission from you to do what I want to do or go ahead with it. I'm just pretty much letting you in on my day, what my day is gonna look like, or like, hey, I'm gonna be busy today, blah blah blah. We'll catch up later. That kind of thing. That doesn't necessarily mean that okay, you are asking for permission. I think people really get it wrong. You're not asking for permission. Yeah. You're not. You're an adult, so certain decisions you make them on your own, and the consequences are yours when it comes. So I don't think you're asking permission per se, but it's just being respectful and telling them, hey, this is where I'm going to be.
So we are talking about submissive.
And I actually did the reading here. So you know what submissiveness. So a lot of people I think get submissiveness very confused about, oh, you being told what to do and then you do it without complaint. And I think for the longest time that's how a lot of people actually understand submissiveness to be. But no, it's just you being a supportive wife.
A supportive wife.
Technically that's what it is, and respecting your husband's, opinions and in a loving way, and also having the free will to express your thoughts on things, and your husband having your best interests at heart. That's all it is.
That's all it is.
That's all submissiveness is all about. But a lot of the time I think once that word scares a lot of women, that submissiveness. And then again, you need to also understand submissiveness is a choice. A lot of people can be submissive by choice. Now, for the longest time, I tell people that sometimes people have to be tough for them to be where they are. Like, let's say if you're dealing with a single mother who's raised 3 children by herself, she doesn't understand what submissiveness is all about. She's had to do it all by herself.
Yeah, but
okay. So you now coming in and saying you have to, all these years she's done it without any man being around, right?
So why did you? So she done it without
any man. So her question is, why does he require me to be submissive when I've done all this by myself?
Yeah, but you did it sometimes you didn't do it with the guy. So right now that you are with a man.
But that's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna require time for that kind of person to understand what submissiveness is all about. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's gonna require time, and those kind of people, you need to give them time, because you know what? They had to be tough, and they had to. They didn't have the chance to even practice their femininity in them. Okay, they've always had to be like a man.
Okay, yeah.
Because of the situations at which or what life throws at them.
Yeah.
So a woman like that, you will need to give them time. Sometimes you need to give them time to grow, to understand what submissiveness is all about.
I'm gonna give you time. It's like,
because trust me, if you're being submissive to someone that is loving and caring and supports you, submissiveness is very, very easy.
It's very easy?
I think so. I think submissiveness is very, very easy if the person you're being submissive towards is loving and caring and have your best interests at heart. It's very, very easy, to do.
All submissive is kind of like you let the man lead.
It's pretty much letting the man lead while you support his opinions.
Sometimes,
but still having the free will
just to voice your opinion,
to voice your opinion and thoughts about things.
But women think that submissive means
control, like letting the guy, the man or the guy, have authority over you. But you know what? To cut you off, I for the longest time, that's how I also understood it.
You understood it.
Right? It took me time to actually understand that, okay, it's actually not that way. I actually started reading about it. Like, actually, like what submissive means in marriage or in a relationship. So sometimes I think people need to find the time to read about it, what it actually means.
So that means also that submissive will be different in boy and girlfriend and marriage, because if the definition that we have already, we just were able to get it from there. Because
if you look at it, or the definition as a Christian, submissiveness in a Christian marriage, it's pretty much the same. When you're with your boyfriend, you have free will to express your thoughts and your opinions, and then he is supposed to show you show you care and show you love in a loving way, knowing that he has your best interest at heart. It's the same.
It's the same.
It's the same. But most of the time, a lot of people feel like, well, there's no title to it. Why do I have to be submissive towards you or submissive, right? I'm not married to you. You're not my husband. Because a lot of people understand being submissive as being controlled and not having your say.
Yeah, but
right. But if you think of it, that's not it.
If you think about it in the man's perspective, and we are not really trying to control you.
But that's how a lot of. But there are some controlling
men.
Both ways, even some women and
women.
There are some women that are very controlling too. You can't have a say, you can't have an opinion. Your opinion doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yes,
your opinion doesn't matter.
It hurts when someone tells you your opinion doesn't matter. It's just very belittling. It just takes a whole lot of you. Like, how can someone's opinion? Everybody has the right to their own opinion, right? So. To tell someone, okay, your opinion doesn't matter. So the whole, sometimes it just makes this whole world goes around. It's a nice thing. I just want people out there or whoever out there, even there are some men that are also submissive to their wife. It goes. Yes, where they are very supportive towards their wives. But most of the time,
man has to lead.
Yes, but what I'm trying to also say is that there are certain men that are also like that too. But then that doesn't mean that they are not leading. But then they are very supportive towards their wife. They're very supportive, very loving, and they have their best interests at heart. And that's what this whole submissiveness is all about. Having best interests at heart. Expressing your opinion in a very loving way, and being respectful. While sharing your opinion or while expressing your opinion about something. That's pretty much. It's very, very simple if you think of it.
We don't like a lot of people get it confused because they think that.
But then again, too, I feel like it depends on who you're being submissive to. That's also a challenge, eh? Some women find it very difficult to who they are being submissive.
Yeah, I mean, if the guy is not leading and he still expects you to be submissive,
it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work like that.
Because a lot of the time they're like, I want you to be submissive to me, and I want you to, because you are the man and you are leading, and the woman is there to support you and bring out his opinion and share his opinion in the most loving way as possible. But in this case, the woman is the man in the house.
Yeah.
So how does that work?
How does that work? If the man,
the woman hasn't been allowed to even show her femininity in the relationship. She hasn't been able to, bring out the feminine in her because she's technically paying mortgage and all that kind of thing. So sometimes it's very difficult. So it all depends on who you're being submissive to.
So today we learned about being submissive. It's not about controlling. It's about being supportive of your partner and also expressing your opinion. But a lot of people get it confused.
Expressing the opinion in the most respectful and loving way. While your husband just cherishes that opinion and just have your best interests at heart. And that's what this whole submissiveness from what I don't think it's I mean, for the longest time, like I told you, I also saw it as not having a say and being controlled and all that until I took time to actually read things on my own. So you know what, I urge people out there to read about it.
Yeah, I mean, we learned something today too. Thank you, Trina.
And thank you, Cobby.
Yeah, always subscribe and like. Trina, do you have anything to say?
No, I'm just going to tell people they should like, share, and subscribe. Share with your friends, family, and also let us know what topics you would love us to talk about moving forward.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Spotify coming soon.
All right. Thank you, everyone, and we'll catch up with you guys later.